Guys, Mark Cuban is an enigma to me, okay? Because I can't figure out whether he's a great businessman or he's just lucky, okay? He got real lucky to become a billionaire during the dot-com bubble when Yahoo bought his failing company, right? Which I'm pretty sure he worked very hard on. Obviously, the man works hard, right? I'm not trying to take that away from him. But he did become a billionaire off a company that basically created no lasting value for society, okay? So, sometimes he says things that I really have to question, but a lot of times he says things that I do agree with, right? Like, for example, when he was talking about the GameStop situation and how basically the market, especially right now, is just a lot of speculation, right? There's no E in the PE, as they like to say, and that prices are basically determined by supply and demand. I 100% agree with Mark on that. But then there's some decisions that he makes, like this one with the national anthem, that I just think really leaves me scratching my head in terms of what are you thinking? This is a layup, and the NBA keeps missing layups. In the midst of this avalanche of attacks that have continuously come against conservative traditions and values like guns, like religion, like the national anthem, like the US flag, at some point, somebody's going to figure it out. They're going to figure out that conservatives still have money, right? That these conservative values that we hold are actually still valuable, and that a lot of people in this country still resonate with America. Eventually, some company, some league is going to figure this out, and they're going to be wildly successful. But it doesn't look like the NBA is going to figure it out anytime soon. Before we get into that, my name is Greg Foreman, and you're watching A Black Conservative Perspective. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share A Black Conservative Perspective, aka a leftist worst nightmare. You can also follow me on Twitter at GForemanBCP. Let's get it. All right, guys. So, Mark Cuban and the Mavericks won't be playing the national anthem anymore, okay? So, let's read into why Mark Cuban and the Mavericks made this very, very, very silly decision, in my opinion. Haven't heard about any national anthem protests at Mavericks games? There's a good reason for that. Dallas isn't and won't be playing the Star Spangled Banner anymore. Mark Cuban told The Athletic it was his decision to eliminate the tradition of playing the anthem before games. The move went unnoticed through the first 13 combined preseason and regular season games at American Airlines Center because the Mavericks did not publicize it, either within the organization or through an announcement to media. Monday marked the first game in which the Mavericks allow a limited number of fans into the arena. Cuban has been vocal about his support for those who wish to kneel during the playing of the national anthem, the practice which former 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick began in 2016 and which became a lightning rod for partisan political debate. The outspoken Mavericks owner told ESPN last July of the potential for his team's players to kneel during the anthem. Quote, "If they were taking a knee and they were being respectful, I'd be proud of them," and that he'd hope he would join them. He later tweeted in response to what he called the national anthem police that if critics of the nonviolent protests of systemic racism in the United States took issue, then they could complain to your boss and ask why they don't play the national anthem every day before you start work. Although NBA rules require players to stand during the playing of the anthem, Commissioner Adam Silver has opted to overlook the rule in view of supporting his players' decisions to express themselves. Quote, "I recognize that this is a very emotional issue on both sides of the equation in America right now," Silver said during a press conference in December, "and I think it calls for real engagement rather than rule enforcement." All right, so Mark Cuban. What the hell are you thinking, right? Because you making this decision to not play the national anthem before the game is putting a spotlight on you, and you're making this an issue once again, right? It's just like when the Dolphins or some of these other teams like the Steelers decided not to come out for the national anthem at all, Okay, and then you had Alejandro Villanueva, the offensive lineman for the Steelers, come out doing the national anthem anyways, right? I mean, when are these sports teams going to learn? Okay, woke people don't watch your games. They don't pay for tickets. Okay, conservatives watch the games. They pay for tickets. They have all the money, right? The old guard has the money, right? These companies and these teams are getting ahead of themselves, right? Especially in a red state like Texas, right? The Dallas-Fort Worth area, I think Dallas is blue. The Fort Worth area might still be red. I mean, bruh, you know how many people are just going to look at that and be like, see, that's the NBA. Still trying to be woke instead of just playing the national anthem, having people stand for the national anthem, just go through the ceremony, and to basically show respect for the country and be done with it. There's no controversy there, right? That's a layup in my opinion. The only people that's going to have an issue with it are the super woke revolutionaries. And they don't have any money. They don't buy tickets. And they don't even watch the games on regular television. They illegally stream it. So, I mean, you ain't getting nothing back from them. If I'm Mark Cuban, I'm going to my guys. I'm like, listen, Mark Cuban likes his white, skilled European guys, right? And that may be the issue. The European guys may not necessarily like, standing for national anthem. Who knows? But anyways, I'm going and I'm like, listen, guys, I know I supported you guys, express yourselves during the national anthem, but listen, we got to get our paper, right? We got to get our money. And you should also respect the country, right? Respect the fact that, you guys make millions of dollars, right, to put a ball through a hoop. Let's just go out there, stand for the national anthem, do the ceremony. Let's get our fans back, right? Let's make the NBA great again, okay? Let's get the NBA back to where it was before, because all these woke sports leagues are failing, right? Their viewership is down in the dumps. The ratings are down in the dumps, right? The NBA has suffered the most, right? And they've been the wokest out of everybody, okay? The NBA really underestimated how many people cared about the national anthem issue, care about, all the woke messages that the NBA was sending to fans. They really underestimated that stuff, right? And at this point, you really got to be thinking about getting some of those fans back, because all these young people that you guys are trying to target, don't get me wrong, they love basketball, right? They spend a lot of money on sneakers and shoes and stuff like that, and merchandise to a certain extent, but they don't buy tickets, right? I don't understand why this has to be so complicated, this anthem issue. Just do it. Just go through the ceremony. Who cares? It doesn't matter, right? Kneeling is not changing anything. Making a display is not going to change anything. All of the woke stuff that the NBA's been doing, the NFL has been doing, it hasn't changed nothing, particularly for black folks. But what it has done is that it has cost these leagues money and viewership and fans, which over the long term is ultimately going to come back on the players. The players are the ones that are going to be hurt from this long term. Okay? And like I said, Mark Cuban deciding, we're just not going to do the anthem at all. We just won't do it at all. That's just as disrespectful, considering how it's been an American tradition before high school games, college games, pee-wee games, all games, to either do the Pledge of Allegiance or the anthem, right? That's what America does, right? That's what we've been doing for years. And when you start to change these traditions and move away from this stuff that people have been accustomed to for years, that's going to continue to turn people off. And it doesn't even make sense from a business standpoint, right? But who knows? Maybe they might start playing the Chinese national anthem, right? Maybe that's what the NBA will start doing. Maybe they might start pledging their allegiance to China officially. The first step of doing that is to get rid of the American national anthem. They play the black national anthem, and then they play the Chinese national anthem, whatever that is, right? Who knows? They may start speaking Chinese. I don't know, man. But the NBA, again, wrong move, Mark Cuban. I respect you, right? Shark Tank, respect you as a businessman. I think you got lucky, but at the same time, I still respect you. You didn't lose all the money, so hey, I guess, there's something to be said for that. But man, I don't know about this one, dog. I don't know about this one. So let me know what you guys think. Is this a good move from Mark Cuban? Let me know in the comment section. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.